everything done that needs to be done for Kevin. The only thing I need, so thankfully a bit of stress is off me at the moment, because finally, the vast majority of the stuff that I want to get done is prepped and ready to go basically for Kevin. All the letters are gone as we speak. There's not one here. All of them are gone off. Every one of them are off in the post as we speak, just on the way to wherever they're going. So that's very good. So I have a bit of time to relax for a while. The only thing that I need at the moment is my top for this year, Calvin Day 2022. But I get that eventually at some stage. But apart from that, everything. Hello, Adam. How are you doing? So that's basically the only thing. So a lot of stress is off me at the moment. So that's great. At the moment, thanks but the God, everything. All the letters are done. The Kahoot is done. The Kahoot's done a long time, but basically everything that I want to get done is ready for Calvin Day, and I won't have to stress over it anymore. Hopefully for another 2 weeks at least, until the day comes on the 24th, which we will find in about 18 days. We will find it. Oh my God. But yeah, how is everybody keeping? I know it's been a very eventful day today. Where is my this? Tomorrow's the night, yeah. I'm just tickling my head now. Probably go and order that vest tomorrow. I think it's time enough to order now. What was I looking for? And grand, very good. Very, very good. So, yeah. Aye, John, it's sad. I have to say it's sad. I'm not going to lie to you. And no woman like 96, even though it kind of reminds me of my grandmother. She had that kind of feel around her, that elderly woman. She kind of felt like your grandmother, anybody's grandmother. And I have to say I was upset. I know I sound like a West Brit here, but it's sad to see somebody dying. It's sad to see people upset over somebody's lost, and obviously too, she's done 70 years of service. And again, and as myself as a public servant, you would know, you do appreciate people who go all out for the public and do their best to serve the public. And 70 years of service is nothing. Basically, in other words, that's a lot of service to your country, regardless what country we talk about. And it's something that you should really take your hat off to and say, well done, and outstanding service to the public. So, and that's what I say, but it is very, very sad, I will say that. And I know it sounds like a West Brit, but it is upsetting, I will say that, it is upsetting to see. Because again, I think anybody would remember, I remember my grandmother sitting in the chair, even though she was a lot more, the Queen would have been a lot more fitter than probably my grandmother when she was passing away. But she still had that feel, of you just basically your grandmother. I can't talk to my grandmother. Yeah, I had nothing wrong with her now, and I know people said about the monarchy and things like that, but again, at the end of the day, she was a woman, and she done 70 years of service to the United Kingdom, and I suppose the peace process too helped out the peace process, which is good. Obviously, to bring peace to the island too. I wouldn't go to the funeral now. No, she wasn't on the cabinet. We were going to write. We were waiting actually to write to Liz Truss, the new British Prime Minister. So at the time we couldn't write it. I was going to write it, actually even doing it this weekend. Only for what happened now, I don't think we will write to Liz Truss. Because again, we were waiting to see. Because at the time when I was writing the letters, I didn't know who would be British Prime Minister. Was kind of up in the air, so we didn't write it. But I think, out of respect, I don't think we should write to any member of the United Kingdom government, because I think there's enough on their minds without having to. Right. Yeah, 96 years, like, she was an elderly woman, and I didn't see how she never done. I don't see anything that she's done bad. Whatever about Andrew and all that, but she seemed like a decent. She seemed like a decent person that was just like your grandmother, like anybody's grandmother. A very, very decent lady. And I know I sound like a Westwood, but it's just the kind of way I see it. I don't mind nothing. I met you hang earlier on. I didn't get around to ring you back. I'm only after coming in there by 9 o'clock. So I'm not really too happy with the Charles. I don't know how he's going to make being king. But how are you doing? It's kind of considered. It's kind of weird. You don't think so? It's kind of weird that Charles became. It doesn't sound right like Charles being king. But I suppose who else would be as well? But I would have rather her stay on the throne. If I had the option, I would rather Queen Elizabeth stay. I suppose we were all used to her for 70 years on the throne. Like even when I was growing up, you know, she's been there all my living life anyway as Queen of the United Kingdom. So, but I wouldn't be the biggest fan of Charles now. But I would rather Queen Elizabeth over Charles. I don't think so, Adam. I don't think she would. I don't think she would have done that. I don't know. It's plain to be seen, but we'll wait and see what happens. But I will say that he has big shoes to fill anyway. His big shoes to fill with his mother. Um, it's not to do. Was the tale the Queen Mother's dead? Queen Elizabeth's dead. Princess. It's Princess Anne. It was Princess Margaret. It was Princess Anne, wasn't it? It was the Queen's mother's two children, and King George the Sixth. Is the tale they're all together now in heaven? So that's the whole family gone there. Well, not the whole family, but the four of them, the four of us, as they used to call themselves, King George's family. Now there's one become queen, heir to the, you'd be heirs and things like that. I don't know who's after Charles. Who's after Charles in the line of succession? Because Charles is 73, isn't he? He's 73 years old, isn't he? So he won't. I don't know how long. It depends. Again, I don't want to speculate on people's deaths and things like that. But he's not going to probably last 70 years. So I don't know who'll be after Charles. Prince William, will it? I probably will. Yeah. Yeah, but it'll take a long time for another monarch to reach 70 years. That's even Queen Victoria didn't even reach that. I won't stay long in it. I just briefly. Talk away. Again, all the letters are gone. Everything's sorted for Calvin. They could just sit back and relax. Now, the only thing I need is my top. And that's about it. Nothing else really to worry about. So, the few days beforehand, anyway, so I can relax with you for a while. I can take the foot off the pedal for a while and relax for a while, which is good. Yeah, because I was stressed for a good long time of it. But we got there. But yeah, I don't think we're going to write to the Liz Truss. We're going to write to Liz Truss, but we did write to Stormont, and obviously that's already in the post because that was posted yesterday. The one for Stormont. So we couldn't do it. If I had the option now, I would pull it back, but I haven't got the option now because that's already gone to Stormont. So we send it's off to Stormont anyway. But we didn't write the one for the Liz Truss. Calvin de Gio. I think people wanted the money, the hands in the Gio. But but if anybody, like, we have the other thing, we'll pick out a random person. If somebody wants Calvin de Gio, we could get him. But I'm trying to arrange it. Yeah, it might take a few while because the people I'm getting it done for, because I'm not getting it through the county council. I'm making it. You're getting somebody to do it. Have to no bother. I'll take care. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of the evening. But yeah, the people, the crowd that I'm getting it off at the moment, I'm doing it on my own behalf. I'm not looking it off the county council. So I would be able to do it anyway, but they might take a week to do it. But yeah, we could do that. If the person watts, we could do that. Like for the random pick, instead of first and second place and third place is money, but there'd be another prize for some. We just pick out a random name, out of the chat or the Kahoot or whatever it will be. We decide, and if they say I want a Carpenter hat or a Carpenter top, we could see about it, or a jacket. We could try and see it. I say it's doable. It is doable. That's doable if people want if they do want it. I'm stuttering over myself. My apologies. But yeah, that's okay. If somebody wants that, well, when they get the spot prize, that'll be fine. We could do that, no problem. Like, it's only basically the hat and there's no trousers really to do. I probably would do if you could. I probably could get ones made trousers if I wanted to. I did actually even inquire about that. What's the logo on the top? I have the one from last year. But I have the reason why I have to change it if I can find it. Wait there a second, Johnny. I'll try and find this now. It's somewhere here, but I can't remember where I put it. It's around here somewhere, but God knows where it is. I had it here last month or so. I was looking at it last month. It's the Calvin Collin logo, but I try and find the top to show you. Where in the name of God and all that's holy did I see it? It's in America. Where the fuck? Actually, seriously, where did I see it? Oh, here. It's a jumper kind of thing instead of a top. Just get a top. So here's the one from last year. The only thing I made different is 2021. I need to get 2022 on it. It's kind of a top. So it's nice and fluffy and comfy. So that's the logo. It's the Calvin Collin logo. Calvin 2022 logo. And then the hat, I can show you. I don't know, did you see the hat? Which one? You could probably get trousers. I could see about getting trousers maybe, but I never really inquired about that. Where's the hat? I had it there the other day. Where was it? Excuse me. And then this is the hat. There's another hat too you could get. But I kind of wanted this one. I can keep the hat. I don't need to get another hat made. It's just the top. I need to get 2022 placed on it. Because it's 2021. But so I keep that one anyway. Looks good quality. Yeah, it's very, very good quality. See, the County Council one wouldn't be the best quality. But I'm getting this done myself. So I'm paying out of my own pocket to get it done myself. At a local company here. There's a local company here in Carpenter's and they're really good quality. You might pay a bit extra for it, but it's good quality now. And I put a lot of time into it too. Like, I think they went and stitched it themselves, like. Because I said last year I was doing this for the promotion of Calvin. It was like, it's going to be a big thing, and they were probably like, oh shit. So, they put a lot of time and effort into it. So hopefully maybe they have. It might take a week. Like, if I order it tomorrow for this year's one, hopefully they have it by Calvin then. I left it a bit late. Last year I had it all ordered by the time. And they done the hat for me and everything. Last year. But I was going to get a jacket. I was going to rob one of the County Council ones. They have a jacket for Captain they do, but I don't know. I don't even think that's possible because there's a lot more detail in it. And they won't give them to the councillors. They wouldn't give them to the only Joes, which is unfortunate. The councillors have them. And they got it for free, and they didn't have to pay for it. Isn't a great country? But yeah, what can you do? Wait, go on. Aye. Oh yeah, if somebody wants that for the random, but no, that's okay, moving on. But if somebody wants that for the random prize, we can make up a hat for them and get them a top, like a captain, get a top with the logo. We can give them that, of course, for 2022 on it. It might just take a while to do that because the people might have to do it and they'll probably be like, what the fuck do you need to do over there? But yeah, that'd be doable. If they wish to have that, we can do that. But again, they can choose whatever they want and we see what we can do for them. Like the fourth prize. We'll be able to see what we can do for them. If they want an Amazon, something off Amazon, we can get them something off Amazon. obviously within reason, that €5,000 something like that. But yeah, within reason. Like obviously we wouldn't spend a few bob on it, but not hundreds of thousands or something like that. Because I have to say it's actually pretty costly. I will say that because it's cost a good bit now. Looking at it, for the doll and for the Shannon and for all this, it's pretty pricey. It is all pretty pricey. Like I said, off of the West, the foreign leaders today, New Zealand, Australia, and some for the United States today. Like the West and the last ones today, this morning, I set them off. And it was 6 something for express post alone. For them 4 I posted, so it was a good few bob. And then along with the international stamp I had to get. Then, you know, and then I had to get diplomatic paper, which was, that alone was nearly, God knows, good God, it was very expensive. And I had to order it off some website, and it was fucking expensive for the foreign leaders and things like that. Like, it was expensive fucking shite I bought for the diplomatic paper. But so it all added up pretty much. I didn't think it actually would be that much. But yeah, we're talking a good 400, 500 euro. So it was a good few bob. Let's put it that way. Just in the letters alone. So I will hopefully like this, the ones for the Shannon are there. The ones for the doll they could be still on the way. But the Shannon ones are definitely there at the moment. So maybe hopefully tomorrow I open the door and there'll be a letter maybe. If we can get one by this week, I'll be happy enough we can read it here tomorrow. Because they should have, the Shannon ones should be there. Yesterday the ones for the doll were posted, so it could be there now, it could be not there now, it depends. But hopefully some, again, it'd be a great shame now if some of them don't answer back. Because especially I asked a few of them some questions, which would be actually, I think some people would actually want to hear here. Along with the additional cabinet thing. But yeah. So it'd be, it would be a shame now after spending, like quite literally on the letters I spent about 100 hours in total. Because I had to write them all. And we're talking I had to write 250 letters. Which is a lot, like, let's be fair, that's a lot of letters. And I had to write over 100,000 times different things. And I think I wrote Calvin Day 52,000 times or something like that on the letters. Because I referenced Calvin Day 7 times in the letters in reference to the TDs and things, explaining what Calvin Day was and explaining what we're doing. And, it was a lot, let's put it that way. So it was a lot of writing. It took a lot of time to write them. Sometimes I had to start again, and then I have to put them into an envelope, write the TD's name on it, put the stamp on it, make sure I have all the TD's names. So it took a long time. And then the Kahoot took a long more time too. So we're talking about nearly over maybe 200 hours. So it's actually pretty frightening taking how many hours I spent in this. Like again, it'd be actually pretty upsetting for me after spending all that money and all that time, because I could have went and done something else. But I was like, the way I was thinking, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but the way I was thinking when I thought of this idea, I was like, actually, it'd be cool to get maybe from all the 2 houses of the Oireachtas to get something they can maybe share a memory. One TD might say, "Oh, I went holidays in Cavan Woods. I came across this nice man. He gave me, I don't know, €100 because he felt like it or something like that." So a nice, interesting stories like that'd be interesting for Cavan to get all the members of the houses, the Oireachtas, the upper houses, and the lower houses of the Oireachtas to say something for Cavan. But hopefully that comes to pass. Let's hope it works. In other words. But yeah, sorry, I went on a long lecture. Who would you say will get back top 3? I think the top 3. I know for a fact number 40 won't get back to me. I had to stop me. I actually had to write twice to her. The reason why, because in the first 2 letters I wrote down something I couldn't really stop myself from writing something. I was going like, "You're absolutely just I don't know how you're still in the door," but fair enough. But I finally composed myself to write a 3rd letter, which was basically the most plain you could be in talking to number 40, like, because you're talking to somebody that just doesn't understand sense. Number 40. But I think I honestly think they were either Mikey Healy-Way or Danny Healy-Way. I asked them 2 questions, so either they might fight back. I think Caroline Nolan, Offaly, Carlo and Offaly, awfully, yeah, I'm confused myself, sorry. I think she will right back too. Uh, who else? Catherine Connolly too, of Galway West. I do think she right back. I think Matty McGuire could right back. There's some of the TDs I've come across before and they wouldn't know me. Again, it depends if they have the time to write back. That's the thing. Uh, so, we see what happens. But I definitely think they will. So, majority I think would be independents. I think the independents will bite back more than anybody else. Because I honestly don't think Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael give a shit. Um, so we wait and see. We wait and see. But I did ask them too, just to say, Shawnee, we can see. If they don't write a letter, I did ask them, I did give them the option, but I said I would rather them send me a letter. But I did give them the option to try and promote Cavendish on their social medias and things like that. Mike McNair, yeah, I did write something in his letter. I didn't ask that many questions. I asked one or two questions. I didn't go all out on that one. But I don't know. It kind of be 50-50. I never really had any dealing with them. I know Carol Nolan. I spoke to Carol Nolan a few times about different things. And she would probably know me and see she would more likely respond to me. So that's what I'm going off. There's a few Fianna Fáil TDs and Fianna Gael TDs I came across before they would know me. But definitely Paul Keogh, the former Minister of the Feds, absolutely fucking hates me and won't back. That's one thing for a fact. He won't write back. Sorry, I missed something. Sean, sorry. Yeah, I made a statement there a second ago. It is very, very tragic and very upsetting. I have to say I was very upset about the Queen's passing. And obviously should be because she's an elderly woman. She's done 70 years of service, of public service to the United Kingdom and to the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth too. And I think everybody should take their hat off because not many people would do that. And it's a lot. She put a lot of time and effort into her subjects and into her people to make the United Kingdom a better place. And I know I sound like a West Brit, but she kind of any elderly person, anybody who dies is a tragedy. But looking at the Queen, especially with the the head yoke, the elderly people majority, I can't think of the name of it, headscarf. It reminds me of my grandmother. Used to like wearing them too, and you kind of you think of your grandmother. You do think of your grandmother, and you do feel a bit of sadness inside of you when you think of your grandmother. And I think back to my grandmother when I seen her not too long left to live in life. And I remember seeing her on the chair and she had her headscarf on. You think back to that and you think back and you put two and two together. It does make you sad. But it's upsetting. Should I given that? I don't think a national holiday, but for Northern Ireland definitely. But I don't think I think in Ireland we should just remember it, but not to have a national day holiday. I don't think that's necessary for this side of the country. For Northern Ireland, definitely. Just give me a second. But yeah, sorry, just give me a second. What's happened? Sorry, I missed your comment, Sean. I see. Sorry, Peter. I forgot to say hello to you. Do you think Mikey will give a national? Oh, sorry. Back to no folks. But I do think they will because I did ask Mikey Headway particularly about his dyslexia. Like I bought his book. Where he talked about his dyslexia. I do think he will because it's something that he went through, and I want to kind of hear what he says because again I wrote a good bit on it, asked some questions about that particularly about his dyslexia and how he finds it in politics. So I do think he will because especially because I wrote his book and I didn't write his book, sorry, I bought his book. I do think he probably will write back because I bought his book and I tried to read as much as I could of it. So I think he will. I think they're decent enough people that they probably will buy it right back. She mean friends Thatcher tonight, but I know, but I suppose I know there's been hard trouble between Ireland and England over the last 100 years, but I suppose at the end of the day, I know this sounds good. We have to try and build bridges. We have to try and obviously remember the times because there's been things done that shouldn't have been done years ago, and we have to agree on that both sides. And I do think reconciliation and just trying to obviously not forgetting what happened, not trying to forget what happened or anything like that, but just to try and move on because again we have to just kind of accept that we are two island nations beside each other. We can't just distance ourselves or anything. We we do trade with the United Kingdom a lot. We have to take it, but obviously we shouldn't. Obviously, again, we have to try and move forward. Because we can only take so much in the past. Obviously, we shouldn't forget. Obviously, I'm not saying we should forget it, not remember it at all. But you because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, I suppose. Even though there was some things done years ago, and again, I'm sure I would agree, they shouldn't have been done, and things happened that shouldn't have happened. But we should be thankful that thankful there's peace in the island. There isn't trouble. There isn't fighting like there was years ago. And I think we should be grateful for that. But obviously, as I say, the Bloody Sunday too, up in Northern Ireland, obviously the British soldiers who done the atrocity shouldn't get off with it. Obviously justice should be served, but at the same time we should move forward and try and forge new friendship and forge new paths. Because I think fighting among yourselves will not help us with anything. And especially because again the main trader with Ireland is the United Kingdom. We do rely on the United Kingdom as an economy too, as a trading partner too. So we do rely. We can't really distance ourselves. Again, it'd be different if we were talking about somebody on the other side of the world. We were talking about somebody right on the doorstep, a closest island. So yeah, I know where you're coming from, Pete, but I know, but within time, within time that'll happen. Within time, I understand that, but we have to try and walk with the here and now, and then we come to that. Within time, things will happen. Wait and see. Time is the greatest healer. We wait and see. But I'm sure you get what I'm saying, because fighting among each other and fighting is just going to lead to pain and suffering, and God knows this country has suffered too much pain and suffering over the last 100 years. And I think it's time to try and build a new bridge and try and make things work, trying to make things right. And again, obviously don't forget what happened 100%, but to try and make things right on both sides. And I think that's how we should try and behave. I think it was it was a nice thing to British people in Ireland, and as I suppose as a small tribute to the Queen, that they would lower the Irish flag. I know people disagree with that, but I think it's a small tribute. I know it's not much, but it's a small tribute nonetheless. I don't know what Charles. It's hard to see yet. I won't say anything until I see what happens. I know it sounds like such a West foot today, but I kind of just take to my grandmother, and again, you don't. Again, she was a grandmother. She had a family. Same as every human being, and you can't really forget that. And there's people out there that's very sad about that. And obviously we think of them tonight too. Like, the only British citizen that's lived all their lives. It's hard to see. But I don't know what Charles will do. We have to wait and see, I suppose. We wait and see what happens, and but I wanted to be totally honest with Queen Elizabeth and Charles, to be totally honest. No, I won't take a day off work. I won't take a day off work. No, I continue. I don't know when they said 10 days. I think they said. If you know. I'm just trying to be fair, because again, I'm just thinking back to my grandmother too, when she died, thinking of her sitting on the chair, seeing her sitting on the chair when I was young, before she died, and she kind of with the headscarf on too. It kind of reminds you that, and you kind of think that at the end of the day they are human beings. And I know the monarchy and the royal family have done things to this country back in the past that has caused huge amount of trouble and upset and hurt and anger, and obviously we shouldn't forget that, but at the end of the day we are human beings, and the only way to, obviously not to forget, as I keep saying, but to try and build a new bridge and trying to build a new tomorrow, instead of fighting for the old fight. But no, I won't take a day off. Anna. Hello, Eto. How are you doing? It's good vibes as I seeing you. How are you? How is things with you? Oh, mine not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Good to hear. Good to hear. We probably won't be long tonight, but we'll probably go on for another while and tip on for the night. I want to watch a few videos because again the last few nights I haven't watched many YouTube videos and stuff. I put some busy with the letters and all that, so I want to take a while just catch up on a few YouTube videos and we'll just chillax for tonight. And then we take it from there tomorrow. I love your streams. Thank you. Thank you. I know that might not be the most entertaining, but thank you. Like sometimes I just sit here quietly and have nothing to say. Like I try and think of something to say and I don't. How do I collect my winnings? Well, we try and find a way. Take for example, Shawnee. I think you said you have PayPal, so we could try and send you the money in PayPal. We could try another way. We see how it goes. Because we will try and work with you to try and find a way. That's the thing. So if you say you can force, we try and find a way to send you the money. We will contact you and we try and find a way from there. But I think you said you have PayPal, so if you won, we could just instantly send the money to you. Because it'd be a lot more handier through PayPal, because that's kind of the only way we're here. But if you do, like say if you use Revolut or something like that, I send the money to the moderator, and the moderators have Revolut. I don't have Revolut, but they could send it to you. You take this up, you had if somebody would Revolut. But I think you said you have PayPal. Just so I know, Johnny, if you are for a second or third, I know straight away where to send the money to. Because I do remember you saying that to me that you have PayPal. I think so. I think it was you. It could have been somebody else. I see so many people taking about it at the moment. But that we'll obviously be flexible. We work with you. Whoever wins. Where were you? I was actually. I knew about the Queen in a bad way this morning. I was going out. I got up around 11, right? At 12 o'clock, I kind of was pondering around here. I was having my breakfast around 12 o'clock. I was taking it a bit easier this morning. And then at 12 o'clock I heard that the Queen was on the good way. And then at 1 o'clock I got on the bus at 12:30. Went into town to post these letters, the rest of the letters I have today. And, I came home at 1. I came home at about 2 o'clock or so, give or take 2 o'clock, 2:30. They went out in tidy towns and done a bit, picking the litter and all that. Well, so where was I exactly? Like, I remember I came back here at 6 o'clock. I came back here at 6 o'clock. I went out the road. I was heading out to Hannah Lake. And it was around, what time was it? Around 6:30 or so. I got a phone call saying that she was dead. And I do remember I was near Kingdom Hall, out not too far away from Buttersbridge here. I was out near Kingdom Hall there. I do remember that. I will probably remember that where I was. Like I wasn't sitting here watching it or anything, but I remember somebody ringing me to tell me. But I kind of had a funny suspicion when they did say, Her Majesty was in, under medical supervision. You kind of didn't say who rang you to tell you. It actually was my mum. Would you believe that? It actually was my mum to tell me, and she told me, was telling me about something else too. Like that wasn't the only. She was just happened to have the news on. I think it was OT news she was watching, and they said about it. And she was telling me something else. She was telling me about something else. She bought something else in town. Or something. She bought something else, and she was telling me about that. So, and I kind of was only. I kind of was like I had an assumption that she probably would die. Okay, because again, it didn't seem good news today when I got up. What they were saying, you kind of could read in between the lines. So, it wasn't too bad, I think. Yeah, it was now 2 hours later, around 6, yeah. I was around 6:30 and it was near half, and I remember that. It was at 6 o'clock here I came back. I got a few bags. I had to get bags for rubbish bags. And I brought them out, and I left around a few minutes after 6. Because I remember coming in and looking at the clock and it was 6 o'clock, it said, and then it went out. I kind of knew. As I said, I kind of knew. It's when I got up this morning, I was like, she's not going to last the rest of the day. She doesn't have long left. I kind of had that suspicion. The way they were speaking again, you could read in between the lines of what the palace was saying. That the Queen said was the two, and the Queen was under medical supervision. And the doctors were worried about her health. You kind of could read in between the lines that it wasn't good. And then when I heard the family were going to her bedside, you kind of knew straight away that it was something very serious. So. So I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of taking, like this is history, and like this is history basically happened right in front of us here. Um, to talk to you later, man. Just thank you for. No, I didn't almost wait. As I say, I kind of was expecting it, Shawnee. But yeah, where were you anyway? Where were you when that was happening? If you don't mind me asking. It's kind of interested here. But I didn't fake. No, I kind of was expecting it. It'd be different if it caught me in the hop. But I kind of knew that, like before it happened. Like if something got me in the hop, like I remember one of my neighbours dying, and somebody rang me when I was on the road, and I was out actually in the middle of nowhere just picking rubbish out of a ditch. And I remember that I was coming, like lifting the bag up out of the ditch, and I remember the phone ringing, and I jumped back into the ditch because there was more bags to lift out of, and I had the phone basically, I was lifting the bag with this hand, I had the phone like that, and they're saying about my neighbour dying, and I wasn't expecting my neighbour dying, and then again this was early enough in the morning, 11 o'clock or so, and they found my neighbour dead in the house. So I got a big shock then because I wasn't expecting that, and I dropped the bag and I couldn't speak for a few minutes before that. I couldn't speak. I didn't faint, but I couldn't speak. The person on the other side didn't know what was happening, because I didn't answer for a good 3 or 4 minutes. I had to just contemplate what was happening. So, that's where, because again I wasn't expecting. This person was a very active person in the community, and I wasn't expecting it to happen. And the shock kind of, just to contemplate it going through your head, and I suppose trying to piece it together was the main thing for me then when that happened. Do you check? Oh no, I don't get a chance to check OIP. And if I kind of only do when I have to do it. But then into the grocery store, I got the news. I was almost fainting in shock. But did you not hear this morning that she was in a bad way? Like you probably were at work and you probably wouldn't pay attention. Like if I was at work, like take for example next week, if that happened next week, take for example next Wednesday, next Thursday, and I was at work and I didn't have my phone on because I wouldn't answer my phone when I was at work. Like in the job, I probably maybe would have took a bit. It wouldn't have fainted, but I would have probably had a shock. Anyway, because I probably thought somebody would have been trolling me or something like that, rang me and told me that I was at work. It's only before I knew this, like a hold of this morning, it was like, she was in a bad way. So that's kind of, I'm sure you know yourself, Sean. Let me see. And we'll go for another 20 minutes or so, and then we tip on for the night. No, I didn't see the Taoiseach speaking. No, I didn't see it at all. I know the president of the Taoiseach said something, but I don't know what they said. I'm aware that they released the statement, but I don't know what it said. I know that they did, because obviously they would have to release something of a statement on behalf of the people of Ireland, on behalf of the government. Let me take now. What am I doing here? Before the plague. I think everybody does that. I hardly doubt anybody would care what he takes, you know. Do. Come again? What is this? What are you talking about? Are you insane? The Slieve Russell Hotel in Ballyconnor. Mother of Jesus Christ, I don't want to flip that electricity bill. 1.5 million in an electricity bill. Are you crazy? 1.5 million, Jesus Christ. That's insane. Like, obviously, that's crazy. I. Are you insane? The big corporation now in London, they have a big coronation, yeah, that'll be a few months' time, that won't be now. That'll be in a few months' time. And obviously the funeral too has to happen. And then the lying in state and all that's going to be a big thing too. So there's crowds outside Buckingham Palace. I seen a picture there on Twitter there a few minutes ago. There's crowds outside Buckingham Palace about the hundreds of like not the hundreds of times. There's a big exaggeration. There's about 1,000, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 maybe. I know. But yeah, it's been a help day, man. Yeah, she's Balmoral and then the Buckingham Palace of Windsor. They've an estate in Northern Ireland too. They probably have other castles. So maybe talking of a good 7, probably an 8. 7 maybe or 8, depends. But it'll be a good few now, even Buckingham Palace itself, like that's a city in itself. Like look at if you ever get a chance, Shawnee, have a look of a video, explain how much rooms are in Buckingham Palace, and there's even its own post office, hairdressers, and you know, and Wake of Land. Balmoral, where she died today. That's up in the Scottish Highlands. It's a huge amount of land. I mean, it's absolutely huge. September, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm having a brain fit for it, something. I think Sean might have left. I was going to ask Sean something, but he's gone. I didn't know Chance as a massive organic farm. I was going to say something else there, but stopped myself before I made a mistake. The phone's probably charging. Yet it is. I can change over a bit. I'm going to go to this side. So I can charge my tablet a bit because my tablet is dying. It is dying. So move to here. Anywho. Ooh. Anyway, anything else that I have that off here, Adrian. Don't bother, Sean. That's 100%. Take care. I probably didn't see that there for a second, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, Sean. I'll talk to you again. Anyway, stay for a while. We have another about 10 minutes and a bit more. Hello, Alan. Yeah, I did hear. Very sad. On the 24th, is that what you're asking? 11. Oh yeah, I was telling you this. It's at 11. It's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I don't know. I think you were confused with the time. Let me just show you if I could find the Yoko code. So yeah, I don't have the thing for you, the clock here, just to show you briefly. So you know the way before 12. You know 12 midday. Um. So 12 o'clock midday. So it'll be from 11 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock. So just after 12 midday. So it's not in the morning. It's not at night time as you were saying. It's 11 o'clock, 11 in the morning. And then it'd be on for about 2 hours to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that okay? Give or take. It is very, very sad, Assassin. It's sad. It is very, very sad. Which lake? What lake for what? Oh no, you just have to be here on that day, and we have to, we send you a link in that day. Like it'll be in the chat, so basically you just have to click whatever it is in the chat. We put it, like we give the game pin to you, and you just basically click it, and you know, that'll be basically it. Are you talking about sending it? Oh, we won't be sending it to you now because obviously it's not for 18 days, so it's not happening now. What day is tomorrow? It's Friday. Open door. It's a new Gala session, isn't it? At the end of the day, we're only here on a holiday now. That's basically life. Oh, the open days. So you mean like where people can come around and look around? All right. I thought you were saying open the new gas station. Yeah, we had one of those in Cavan there a few weeks ago. I didn't go to, but yeah, I know what to say now. I thought you said open new Cavan barracks. I still have a ridiculous amount of videos to watch on YouTube. Like I'm only getting around to probably watching them tonight. Some of them. And the two some of them were for 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Like I've ridiculous amount of stuff I need to watch. Very cool. I'm not familiar with it though. Oh, so on the 10th. That. Oh, you're doing. Oh, it's a one. It's a community one, you mean? Oh, it's a one club. Oh, I thought you said. No, it's a one club. I was like, so they do one in kind of sports. Probably cool. What days did it told them? I forget what day of the week is. I just went down and get myself tea now in a second. Hello, Red Dever. How are things? Not bad. How are you? Not bad at all. I'm a bit less stressful than I was last week. Let's put that way too. So, oh no, very good. Jesus, I wonder when the whole place happened, isn't it? Yeah, I heard. It's sad. It's something to be Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably one down in a few minutes to get myself a cup of tea. I probably should have put on relaxed music because this chair, you know. Let this down.
AUX mode.
I never actually done that today. I'm actually meant to do that. How did they actually open for one? No colouring yet. Kind of very little will be happening to Cavan Day. After Cavan Day, we'll be doing things again. At the moment, we're just kind of asking around to be done, and that's the main thing kind of we're doing at the moment. Not going to lie to you. I'm just kind of waiting for Cavan Day to come. I suppose just chilling, I suppose, in a way. We're just kind of talking, that's basically it.
High quality story driven content is possible with stock footage. Check out our great
Oh no, I have things to be doing, and I can't really just get up and go on Saturday now, unfortunately. Bit short notice now. is this okay? Oh, that's something I'm gonna look up later on. What am I looking for? I'm good. Yeah, go down in a second, three. That might be a bit too loud. That's a bit loud. Yeah, go for that here. How about this? I go down for tea and leave this music on. How about that? I'll be back in a second. Back in 2 minutes. Hello again, sorry. What's happened? What's happened? Sorry, I was away for a minute. I just get myself be gone for another few minutes. Oh yeah, if you want to go where devil it's, I don't know what time it is. It might be up on the Facebook or something. But yeah, if you want to go, whatever, if you're in the area, maybe from County Meath, and you can leave a comment. Is what? Look at that. Leave a comment which. Yeah, so I'm just making myself see, and the cat's here, and I'm giving the cat food. So I'll go down now in a second, see what she's up to. I'm back in another second. I'll just come back. Back in 2 seconds. I return. I know it's up raining now. It's raining last night, but yes, I return. I'm muted now. I'm hungry. So have a bit of cake and a bit of cheese. Or very poggers. Let me see what's happening here. You know what? I might stick around for a good bit tonight. Just to chill at work tonight. How long is this relax me now? Not a while. Put my feet up and relax. Which type on Google? What? What do you mean? You talking about the relax music or what? Which in Facebook? What in Facebook? Yeah, what are you referring to? But yeah. Come look at my mom. Oh, they're fine. Yeah, fine. Down feeding the cat there a second ago. Bagpipes. I wouldn't be the biggest fan. They're not that bad. But I still wouldn't be the biggest fan. I wouldn't be the biggest fan of them. But I wouldn't mind them. Also, if anybody has anything to ask, though, just because I'm eating now, you can ask away. Rich, and you see a nice picture of what? I don't get you. What a nice picture of what? The backpacks. Excuse me, that. Nice picture of backpacks. Which? Oh, so what was I going to say? We have we have what do you call that? We have yeah. There's a cake sale here on Sunday. For the community centre. There was stuff for the community centre. Community centre fund or whatever. So there'll be a few cakes coming my way. No, I didn't see it. I did not see it in the. I'm assuming you're talking about Warwick Stories. Is that probably still? No, I didn't see it now. I wouldn't be looking at the Mead newspapers. I don't really pay much attention to the Mead newspapers. Oh. I soon go on a line now and I just relax at the moment. What was that? What was that? What's that bus? How am I getting on? Oh, sorry, I missed that one now. I'm not getting on too bad. Not bad at all. Which? Not bad at all, no. Oh, they're just. I'm assuming they're in bed. Let me take a look at something for a sec. Where is the Twitch? Where is Twitch? Excuse me, sorry. Who would we take now? Yodi. It depends. Like now, I'm off work. I'm off work with the council. I'm on holidays basically for 2 weeks. So I'm out till 11 o'clock now. In the mornings, the last 2 weeks. Sometimes again, today was a bit later because I had to go to town. So that was the exception today. But yeah, it's a good. So it could be any time. Again, when I get home from work, probably straight after that, really, kind of a few minutes afterwards. See one. I have to throw that yolk out. Any chance? Keep me notepad over here in case I need it. I had to get a bigger desk. At some point, I had to get a bigger desk and kind of move it out to that left instead of this next. Because the computer takes up a good bit of room, and there's some files behind that here. Then the tablet's obviously in the way too. Then I don't have much room to sign things and do things. See, any other questions or anything? Just kind of just chilling at the moment. Not loading for sweet. Let me see. So yeah, any other questions or anything? Who's the other person here, just so I know? It's the assassin, probably is assassin. If you're venting if the assassin is here, I'm just assuming, taking the wild guess, taking a shot in the dark. Say, I know it might be probably a bit too loud. People probably can't even hear what I'm saying half. This is probably a bit too loud. There you go. Swing, 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 swing. Swing around my chair. Ooh, what have I done? I clicked something on mistake. There we go. That's okay. Sorry, I thought the comments were glitched. There could be actually, I probably should just look into it and see this. That's that's okay. Thanks Evan for letting me know that the comments not glitch. I thought they wouldn't show. Skip to menu. I knew you were here, assassin. Very good. See, I'm psychic. I'm telling you, I can tell you your future. At like right. I know I have very little to talk about now. If anybody has anything to ask me, feel free, because I kind of have to be propped to talk about something, because I never can think of something to talk about. Because the last, like when I start the stream in the 30 minutes, I kind of just start. Which and what? Physic, yeah, physic. I can see into I can see into the future. Thank you to your mother. Sorry, excuse me. I was going to pop for a second to stop you, so my apologies about that. But thank you. What am I doing here? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Let me see, where am I? What am I? Who am I? All very relevant questions, don't you know? If I could spell it, that'd be nice. Wow, I can't actually even spell. Sometimes dyslexia just doesn't help me too well. So dun. So I just replying to a comment on Facebook. The Facebook. Very nice place to be. That's where I want to be. To Tilbury at King's Court, and along the alley, to walk beside Loch Sheelan and sing Cavan Town and proud Virginia. This lovely county Cavan shows blessed by God for me, for it's a workplace of my father and a sweet time my mother. I've heard of all its beauty since a child on mother's knees. So that's the reason why I tell you I mean. And I'm not the best singer, but I do my best. I do my best. It's some of the time, isn't it? But no, I am not the best singer, but I can. I wish I was a bit better, but sure, look, what can you? What am I doing here? Where am I? Who am I? Who are you? So I'm just looking at random treats in front of now, and half the time I don't know who half the people are I'm looking at. Who are you? I don't remember actually following this person, but okay. Fair enough, game. If you say I followed them, then fair enough. I disagree, but okay, fair enough. I disagree. That's the reason why I lie to you. Why it means so much to me. But yeah, any other questions about the Calvin Day or Kahoot or anything? Does anybody not understand anything? Or want me to go through anything? Because I'm thinking of, because one of the moderators, I'm going to probably promote him for the moment. Because basically Davey's in charge of the whole Kahoot, basically. He's in charge of the whole Kahoot, and he's basically the second in command of the Calvin Day yoke. But I have two other people helping out, so I might just appoint one of them to help out with the Kahoot. But we see. It's taking in mind anymore. But yeah. We still have 3 people here this time of night. Jesus, I'm very popular tonight. But yeah, thank you for staying so long, everyone. I'm gonna probably chill for another few minutes. Jesus assassin, so many words to read. David, the big American magician, used to follow me on Twitter, Adrian, and he unfollowed me, and thousands, and he is only following 43 now. I tweeted at him. He did follow me again, which was very nice of That's very good. Yeah, some people on Twitter, I've seen that happen before. It happened to one senator in the Shannon there. They were following people and it only ended up with 30 something. So I think you said how many, 43 or something. It was 30 something for one of the senators. I think it's a Twitter glitch. In other words, I think there's something to do with the algorithm on Twitter. They're inactive accounts or whatever. So they just dispose of them. That's my reckoning, because it has happened before. I've heard the things that happened has happened. So I don't think you meant to unfollow you or something like that, but I say it was just Twitter being Twitter. Because it has happened. I've seen a few YouTubers that happened to do. They talk about it, that they followed so many people on Twitter, and they ended up only with 5 or 10 or something like that. Again, it's probably just a big glitch. It hasn't happened to me, thankfully, but because it has happened before. I've heard people talk about it. Yeah. Like, I only how I know that because I heard the boss in the Shannon. I think it was Sharon and the Shannon. Sharon, it's kind of a glass. I don't have the sky, but I talked to her once or twice before. But yeah. Also, we see tomorrow. Hopefully, we have one letter from the Shannon tomorrow. Hopefully, please God. Yeah, probably just a glitch. But Twitter has a few glitches on it. As we determined. Like sometimes Twitter just doesn't work for me sometimes. Alan must have went home. He's not here now. Really. Speaking of the Twitter, what's on the Twitter? Actually, we all know what's on the Twitter, but do you know what was the first thing you ever tweeted? I probably do. You know the way when you start a Twitter account is like say hi to whatever, say hi to something, and you would say hi. I think it was something like that. But I can't really remember because again it's a good while ago. When did I actually start my Twitter account? That's a good question. But how do I find it out actually? It's not today or yesterday. It's not today or yesterday. Which picture? What picture? Are you talking about the thing with Wowie? Wowie, you talking about him? Oh, the first I couldn't remember. I'm assuming it's something like that, but like hello, my name's Aidan or something like that. Like what Twitter usually tells you to do. I actually don't know. How can I find it actually? How long am I on Twitter? Does it actually tell me? Is there a way of finding that? I actually never looked into it. No. Twitter circle, is it? Jesus, I'm a boomer. Ooh, I'm clicking all the buttons. The right buttons. I actually couldn't tell you who it is. Oh, look, he asking about the in general. Oh, the first tweet ever. Sorry, I missed that. The first tweet like ever on Twitter. God only knows. I actually don't know. I don't know actually. I couldn't tell you that. I never actually. I know on YouTube would stay at the zoo. You know that video. That's the first YouTube video that was ever uploaded. But I actually don't know about Twitter. I'm assuming there was some Twitter higher up that probably tweeted. Yeah, I don't recall. Alright, but yeah, but what do you want me to look it up for? I've seen Bowie 100 times on videos. How old was the Queen? 96. I take 96. It was 96, wasn't it? It was 96, yeah. (1952) King George VI died. Was 1952 and 1953. It was either the one or 2 years. That was the last time there was a king on the throne. 70 years or so. Just after the Second World War. History has truly been made today. Yeah, but what I don't think I need the show to be totally honest, because I don't think it has any relevance. Don't need that. I actually probably can look that up, Assassin, actually, speaking of it. I wonder would it give me a result if I looked that up. What was the first week? Because actually I'm curious now. I was trying to take down my head. I was sitting back there. The first tweet on Twitter, did it? That maybe give us something. In March 2006, 3 tech wizzy kids. What is this? Oh, Jack Downsey or something. Aye, here it is. Set out my first tweet, just setting up my Twitter. Supposedly. Supposedly so. I think I found it, Assassin. I've got this, so it seems like it is. It's from the fellow who used to own Twitter. The tea was nice, yeah. It was the sponge kind of cake. I don't know. I could be wrong, Assassin, but I sent it to the chat now in a second. Just give me 2 seconds. I actually don't even have my stream open my computer. That just shows you how much of a YouTuber I am. That's like great. I've been live for 100 minutes. Yowdy. Shows you how much of a YouTuber I am. Oi. Oi, I agree. So this is the first tweet ever. Supposedly so. And this is Jack, the fellow who used to own Twitter. I don't know, but I don't know. I might be wrong, but that's what I got when I looked up. But you could be right. I look up that now. Because I just done a quick search. Then that's the first thing that came up. But it says from back in 2006, and I don't know when was Twitter actually first set up. Doing research. First lodged. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I could be wrong now. I look into it now. Just give me a second. Also, March 21st, 2006. Okay. When was that tweet done? Actually, what was the first phrase in another way? What was the first tweet on Twitter? No, I keep getting the same result, even though I phrased it a different way. Let me see, is there a news article about it actually? Well, it must have been Jack, it must have been this fellow, the fellow, Jack Dorsey, or whatever you call him. Because he was there. Were you judging the. We do have it here. We do have it in this area. But that's what I keep getting. I keep getting that. Let me see, it's the news articles. No. What was the first tweet on Twitter, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I keep going back to the same thing. Like this yoke. It keeps going back. So it must have been this fella anyway. It was the very first text message. Oh, the very first text message. Oh, you mean on the phone? Is that what you're asking? It wasn't on Twitter. It was a text message. Yeah. But that's fair enough. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, I keep getting the same result. I clicked on 2 articles there, and I keep getting me the same result. But yeah, there you are. There's your history lesson. Just setting up my Twitter. Jack Dorsey, so basically the CEO of Twitter, used to be the CEO of Twitter. So there we go. We learn something today. We learn something new every day, and I tell you, the teachers in the school wouldn't teach you this stuff. Everyday knowledge. But that's okay, assassin. I thought I was reading wrong articles there about everything. We learned something new today, lads. I tell you, very educational stream scheme. Aye, well, at the time he probably was like, oh cool, it might be only a few people might use it. But if you look at it, I might as well try it out. We probably only thought maybe 100 people or 200 people might use it. But that's the thing, you never know. Once you start up something could just explode within a week. But yeah. Imagine the world without Twitter now. Especially Irish Twitter. Like, good God, imagine if we didn't have Irish Twitter in this world. Good God, we'd be all very sad. Making fun of him and Ryan all the time with no homophobia. Jesus, we couldn't have that. The money was just less than the mine count. Would be very better off without it. Jesus, no discussions and all that happens on Twitter. There's more discussions on Twitter than there is in real life. We totally hands in this country. That's kind of for everything in this country happens. It just happens on Twitter. On the Twitter. Yeah, but how? When is the award, Alan? Oh, actually, where's the award? When's the award? I think you said it to me before. I can't remember exactly. You said it to me before. I can't remember when you said it would be. But when's the award for your tidy towns walk? What do they call that award? Not the pride of place. It's another. It was another award you were saying about. Like, basically, when's the two awards that are coming up? Oh, I know, but no, but there was another one. You said you were getting an award for your volunteer walk, like on the tidy towns. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's where basically everything happens. Also, have to change all the Royal Navy ships to His Majesty's instead of Her Majesty's Royal Naval ships. Yeah, volunteer of the year. That's it. That's it. When is that? When are you getting the award for that and the pride of place? When are they giving out the award to you, basically? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, but when are they giving that to you? Is it this month? I think you said it was in September. I can't remember. Was it September or November? Did you say? I can't remember. I remember you saying it to me once. And when is the pride of place judgment too? You probably win the two, I say. Yeah, so that's the pride of place. But when's the volunteer of the year? When's that? So that's the pride of place. So basically we'll find it. So basically just after cabinet. So that'll be what day is that actually? But when's the volunteer of the year? That's the question. 28th. That's just after cabinet. Yodi. Because I knew you said something in September, so I think the volunteer of the year is at the end of September, is it? Or was it because I do remember you saying September about something, but it might have been the pride of place. I get mixed up with something else or something. Might just turn this music down a small bit. Oh, I'll turn that off. Ooh, they messed up in it. I don't know why I clicked that. Wednesday did yeah, but so it's on the same day. Is that what you're saying? The following day of the year. So basically, it's the two on the same day, basically. Is that what you're saying? So geez, you have two on the same day. GC be a busy man, that day. Look away, look away, look away, Dixon. Dun, dun. Anyway, I say you get it. You probably will get it. So yeah, anything else? There's 4 people here. If you have any questions to ask related to the Calvin Day quiz or anything, I forgot to ask if anybody else wants to join. I actually don't even think I actually mentioned in the stream. But if anybody else wants to join the Calvin Day quiz, we have other places for people if you wish to join. Just to say if anybody else is in. So yeah, so what about the volunteer year of the year? Volunteer of the year. So basically you're getting it. So basically, you basically have won it already, have you? Oh, is it like just you won't find out until the day? Is that it? For the volunteer and the pride of place thing. And what? What should we talk about? I actually didn't ask. Just come the ticket. Yeah, but in what reference? I kind of don't understand what are you referencing. Need to get something here. I've actually forgot to ask Bitwin and Mark if they want to join the Kahoot. I probably should ask them if they wish to join. It's still open. I might as well message them here and ask them. Because I think they're probably busy now and they haven't got time to stop in. Bitwin and the Kahoot, K-H-O-O-T. Yeah, but in which and what? Like, I probably have, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you everyone for 8 likes too. That's the most we have in a long time, so thank you so much everyone. I appreciate it. But yeah, if anybody else, if you want to join the Kahoot, I can take your name now if you wish to join. Anybody who wishes to join. People, I already have Assassin and Alan, so don't worry about that. I have your names down. But anybody else wishing to join, if anybody else is here, or you want to join now, or if you want me to explain anything about Calvin Day, please feel free. Now is the time to come ask me. Oh, move myself. So if you wish to ask me something, please do. If you have any queries relating to stuff. I won't get on the day. Oh, so you only know on the day, is that what? But what about volunteer of the year? Like, is that just basically you turn up and you could get it, or you can't could? But I say you should get it. I don't see why they wouldn't give it to you. What time are we at? 12 o'clock. I'm getting just chilling. We might just go at 12. I say we'd probably tip on at 12. I've been here a good while today. Nearly 2 hours. I just kind of was relaxed. I didn't plan to stay 2 hours, but I just kind of relaxed and chatted. But I didn't kind of... even though I was supposed to watch a few videos, but I watched them later. Because I'm just relaxing, because I might as well relax, because next week I'm back at work and it'll be full on just chaos. And for next week on, the Calvin Day, but just literally chaos. I won't have time to bless myself. I'm going to switch up the music too for a second. The Calvin Men shed, no, I never went near it. I know there's one about Talbot here, but I couldn't go near it.
The idea of meditating.
No.
Maybe even think you should be meditating.
I don't care. I'm sure it doesn't anything. No copyright here. I didn't go near the men's shed anyway. Yeah, but I wouldn't be into the men's shed now. I better things to be doing than. On the double, on the double. On the double. What have I done here now? You click up. I clicked out of what I was looking. I was looking at Twitter and I just clicked out of it. I hate sometimes I have a habit of just going up to the top right hand corner and just clicking out of something by mistake. I'm useless. He's useless at it. He's useless. He's useless. He's no good. Yeah, you told me hundreds of times. Yeah, I did hear of it. Well, me oak. Yowdy. Oh yeah, if anybody else has any stories about Cavan that you want to share too for Cavan Day, please send them to me too. If anybody has a story, like Assassin, if you have any stories of anybody that you probably have come across maybe in life, or if your mum or anybody that you know and you want to share, like again, you don't have to say it's Timmy or Johnny or whoever, but if you came across maybe a story, if it's in your local area or of a Cavan person, a funny story now and a good story, not one that the Cavan person was feel. Now, I don't want to hear these stories of the Cavan person came down to Tipperary and he was fierce mean and he wouldn't spend tuppence. And he was mean, he was fierce mean, he wouldn't give money to anybody. The revenue had to chase him night and day to get the money out of him. And he still wouldn't give them money. He's useless. Where am I here? Oh. Yeah, if you could, yeah, because it'd be interesting just to read it out in Carpenter, if you have any. If you come across any, no. And if that goes to anybody else, if you have any, please let me know. Because that should be a bit of fun. And also, if anybody else, just to say, if you want to say anything for Cavan, if you want to give shout outs to anybody for Cavan Day, on the Cavan Day, Kahoot, we can do that. Mum was telling me you said something about a story. Oh yeah, if you have any story about Cavan people, like we were doing Cavan story through the ages for Cavan Day too. So if you have any stories, if you ever came across a Cavan person, take for example, he moved to your local area, right? And he was fierce mean and he wouldn't spend tuppence. Now we don't work them kind of stories because that makes the Kerry look bad. So basically, if you have a story about, I don't know, Timmy and Johnny, they came down from Cavan. And sure, look at Timmy and Johnny, God knows Timmy and Johnny, God knows what they were doing. So they went down the road there one day and sure, look at, they were that mean, they wouldn't spend the money on shoes or something like that. So, I don't know, something like that. That's probably the worst example you come up with. I want to give a shout out to Davey. Yeah, we can do that. We probably will make that next week. But yeah, we obviously will be shouting at Davey anyway, because Davey has done a good bit for the Cavan Day. Yes, there's some good stories, but we kind of not look at the hot people now on Cavan Day. That's not what we want to do. We're just kind of basically... What am I trying to say? We're basically looking for good funny stories or good stories, basically. Not ones that are terrify people and are clicking off the stream. But you know, like we're looking for real life stories too. Should be. Oh no, but you do have to make one up. Like we're looking for really weird life ones. Like if you ever heard of a real life story about a Cavan person or anything like that, like we don't really have to make one up. But because we're kind of looking for authentic stories, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that make any sense. But we're kind of just looking for an authentic story of a Cavan person that moved to the other side of the country or something like that. And he made his living, or some funny story about a Cavan person. Like take for example, you came across this caveman in the shop one day that wouldn't spend tuppence, and good God. So yeah, because we could make up stories, but we just want authentic stories, if we can, if we could, if we may. But again, it's no. If you don't come across any, that's then to be as if you don't come across any, then that's fine. It's just if you do hear of ones or anything like that, it would be very much appreciated if you could tell the Admiralty. Yowdy. Come again. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, what's this? Was she not? Yeah, well, she obviously for 96 now. She's done very, very well. She had problems with her hip and back and things like that. She probably had other illnesses too that we probably don't know. But I'd say it was just old age and probably losing her husband too back last year. The husband's barely a year dead now, they said. So, you know. Come again. Which volume? Music volume, Massimo. What's the time in your clock? Right, this clock here. It's 11:53. No, not tonight. I'm not talking about tonight. It's not at night time. It's in the morning. It's in the morning to afternoon. Yeah, I think it did down. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I've seen the YouTube video on it. Can we do vote for which? Turn off the music. Is that what you're know? Yeah, we can probably do that. There's only 3 people here now. We probably won't be live much longer now. So there we go. It's up now. It should be up now. There we are. I can't show it to be copyrighted. I can't show it. I'm sure it's up on YouTube there. But yeah, so there's the poll up. I leave it up for a few minutes. Leave it up for a minute or two. So vote towel will then be what the vote. Show me the video, which I can't really show any video because it'll be copyrighted. As I say, I can't show it because it'll be copyrighted. So I can't do it. I can't do it now. So I'm sure it's on YouTube then. As I do remember saying. So yeah, turned off the music. So I say it's 140 yes, so we turned that off. Just give me a second, I turned it off now. Yeah, okay, yeah. End poll. Yeah. I've got a bit here. Not much now. More dyslexia. Let me see, where am I here? I don't think so. Actually, sorry, no, I don't. Yeah. So yeah, now. Oh yeah, I've made the check something else. Like, I'm just kind of just chilling here now at the moment. I'm not really in any hurry to leave. How so? So yeah, if anybody has anything else to ask, but carpentry or into that. If anybody wants to ask any more questions. No, I'm fine. Take that one. Meet the Mike Wing. I have to probably just give a call maybe to man. What they call him? Give me a moment. Sorry. No, I said he's probably in bed. So is this today Thursday? I probably will shave it at some stage before carpentry. I just haven't got around to them. I'm only seeing this message now from this one. I'm telling you, sometimes I'm useless in some stuff. Useless. Thank you, Anne. No, I won't come and I won't be there on it. Um, isn't it, like, what's the? There's not. What do you want me to look up? But like, it's not really necessary to look it up. There's not really anything. Uh, I tell you too much of Irish Twitter. I'm too much assassin. This is too much. Irish Twitter's just too much. I don't know what to think of it. No bother, assassin. Thank you for staying so long. I know it's been a long time tonight, so thank you for sticking with me tonight, and I talk to you again. Thank you. We probably won't be that long anyway. We'll probably be going soon, and I can't be sitting dipping on to bed. So yeah, thank you, assassin, and your mum. Thank you as always. I appreciate it as always. Ooh, everything died for a sec. Yeah, I know, but I've seen hundreds of pictures of him before, so what's this different about any of them? I know I'm not gonna write a comment or anything. It's not really necessary for me to comment on it. Yeah, well, I know a few other people. I'm not too sure actually. Oof, oof, oof. Put that mug down here. Yeah, you too, Anne. No, I'm just listening to uh to a video. Which What's your headphones? Yeah. Well, there's Shannon. There's Shannon. Starts up in the top of Cav and ends up in Clare. Longest river in Ireland. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Like, look it up on Google there. Like, I'm 100% sure the longest river is the Shannon, yeah? Let me know. Here, look it up on Google there and you see. And let me know. Yeah, we do. I do go to Titan's meeting, yeah. But yeah, let me know what you get. I'm sure you probably looked it up out. Well, What do you mean? What do you mean in your area? Yeah, I did go to the coast because I'm one of the heads of it. So. Yeah, but I look it up now. Longest river in Ireland. River in Ireland. Here we are. I just moved move it, switch screen for a second. Yeah. The River Shannon. It's 360 kilometres long. Stretches from the top. Yeah, it is, yeah. The River Shannon. Well, I'm assuming you knew that anyway, so. There, yeah. It's on thing. It starts up, there's a map for this. It starts up in Cavan, the top of Cavan ends up in Clare. Yeah, I'll go back. No, I'm not the chairperson. I'm over the waste management. Not the chairperson. Over waste management. No, waste. Yeah, well, you could call me that. Yeah. Lifting the dog. I'm over dog shit and litter and all that, legal dumping. And then I'm in charge of all the getting rid of leaves and all that crack, weeds, bits of grass, all that crack. Voice treasure, very good. No, I'm fine. Going to church. Wedding. Are you going to the wedding? That's good. Enjoy. It's not raining here at the moment. So you look anyway, Anna. You're looking forward to the Kahoot, Anna. No, I wouldn't want to be a girl now. Yeah, very good. No, but you definitely will win it. You won't find it anyway. It's only got 2 more weeks. 3 more weeks, actually. What do you mean 6 to 11? Which? Oh, is that what the thing's on? Is that what you're asking? That what you're telling me? Yeah, but what's with all these times? Is that when the yoke's on? Yeah, you tell me when the yoke's on for your point of price. It just confused me with all these times. What? Oh, that's when the point of price yoke is on. Okay, seems like a long time. We'll be back in a second. Sorry, just give me 2 minutes. Are you going now? Well, good night. Yeah, back in anyway in a second if you're still here in a second. I'm back. You still here or no? Who's here at the moment? Yeah, I just wonder who was still here. Okay, Alan, take care. Excuse me, sorry. Have which? What do you mean? What are you asking now? Yeah, well, here, if you need to go to bed, go to bed. Because I'm just kind of just chilling for the moment. If you asking about leaflets or something. Yeah, but still going on. But if you need to go, you can go now if you wish. Who's that? Which? What's that last? What's that last thing there? Oh, you retracted. Right, I was gonna. What were you asking before, Owen? Sorry, when you deleted your look. Yeah, but here, I'll chat to you later, Owen. Enjoy the rest of your night. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, take care, Owen. Yeah, your name's down for the Kahoot, Owen. It is down. No, I'm watching the YouTube video. Oh, it's just, you wouldn't know him. You wouldn't. No problem. Everybody in my channel is my friend. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I don't give out my phone number to anybody. It's 1 o'clock. What do you mean? Where am I? What? Where are you? What? Oh, sorry. No, I'm not that tired actually. Was I in Buckingham? No, I never was in England. No, but in Turkey there. Now long is movie 4. Which? What movie? What? Which? What are you talking about? Which? I thought you said you were going to bed. I meant to check something. Mm. I think that one's gone now. I think that one's gone now. Anyway, we're going in the month or two. I know. After this video is over, we go on to bed. Anyway, here goes the tip on for tonight. I stayed longer than I probably thought I would stay tonight, but anyway, I stayed long and I was just talking to Alan, that's why I stayed so long. So good night, everyone.